Hi Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate all of your love and support. In this reading, we're going to find out what's coming up for you within 24 hours. Today is the 26th of July, 2023. Time here in Hoi An, Vietnam is 8:53 a.m. Please bear in mind that this is a collective reading for Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. If you were divinely guided to watch this video, this message is meant for you, even if you're dealing with the same signs. Alright, now let's get your reading started. Spirits and angels, please show me for Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, what's coming up for them within 24 hours. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's something that you could be feeling very disappointed about currently, Earth signs. And it may be related to your career, your money. For some of you, it could be because of love, because there's some cups here. Just take what resonates with you. Five of Pentacles is a very challenging energy, right? And then also we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Currently you could be feeling as though there's something that is lacking in your life. And you could be making a decision, Two of Pentacles, or thinking about making a decision within 24 hours. And the Fool is right here. The Fool, it feels like it's basically saying, hey, don't be afraid to take risks, but calculated risks. Because the Nine of Wands here makes me feel like some of you could be a little bit fearful of taking these risks. But right next to the Knight of Pentacles here, Spirit says, if you put in the hard work, if you're dedicated, if you're honest, I think it's gonna be worthwhile. And you look at the Two of Swords here, indecisive again, but I still feel like, you know, the Fool is a major arcana, is right next to the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a good risk to take. But you could be indecisive because you're an earth sign and you're more practical, you're more stable. Two cards here. One is I want to make this decision, and then but the Two of Swords, feeling indecisive. Maybe it's related to instability, or sometimes the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very comfortable card. If this is related to your career, it has something to do with, okay, it pays the bill, right? But then with the Fool here, perhaps you need to take some risks or do something completely different from what you're used to. Because the Fool is starting from the beginning and starting something new, being open to new possibilities. That eventually, even though if it's gonna move slowly because of the Knight of Pentacles here, but I feel like it's gonna be well worth it. Because wherever you're at right now with the Five of Pentacles, it just feels like maybe there is something that is lacking or challenging in your life right now. Or again, it could be related to your career, love. Some of you, it could just have something to do with, you know, I just want to change my life. I don't want the same type of life anymore, okay? Could be related to your lifestyle, your diet, anything. But this is like baby steps, right? Because the horse is basically stationary, very careful. It feels like with baby steps, you will get there. That's the message I'm getting here. But, you know, unfortunately, we've got the Nine of Wands. So some of you, if you're afraid, if you're afraid of the outcome, then it's just gonna delay things even more with the Two of Swords. Now we've got the Emperor here in reverse. So some of you currently could be feeling this is completely out of my control. I really want to have control. Or you could be controlled by the system or institution, company, situation, environment. It's almost like needing to break free from it. Eight of Swords and first. So within 24 hours, you're going to feel like maybe I should break free from it, because the Fool is very freeing. But then at the back of your mind, it's like, but I need this stability here. And again, you're an earth sign, so you've got a good head on your shoulders, and you usually aim for stability. I'm also an earth sign, by the way. So right next to it is, again, the Fool. Taking chances, right? Taking risks, making this huge change that may be very scary, right? This Nine of Wands here. So your guards may be up, feeling like, oh, I really want to do this, but I'm scared, right? I'm just giving an example. Some of you, yeah, of course, it has something to do with change of career, taking risks in your career, or in your finances, lifestyle, or love. Giving you an example, like I'm really afraid of bungee jumping, but I've always wanted to try. So I'm afraid of the risks that come with it. You know, who knows? What if the rope snaps? You know, things like that. I'm just giving an example. Some of you, it's like, I need to change my environment, change my job, but I'm afraid, oh, I want to embark into something new and a new adventure, but I'm afraid, you know, look at the Nine of Wands. I'm afraid of the consequences. I might lose something here. Five of Pentacles. Afraid being left out in the cold, or afraid that, you know, you end up with being in a situation that's worse than you're in right now, right? So with the Seven of Swords, I still feel like it's basically saying that if you're honest, if you're doing it the right way and you're dedicated, it should be okay. So I feel like a lot of you could be just indecisive about this decision that you are kind of split, that you want to make but afraid to make it. And the Nine of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race energy as well. But these two are such opposites, right? The Fool is like, oh, I don't care, I'm standing at the edge of the cliff, I feel good about this, I want to have this new start. And then next to it is the Knight of Pentacles, which is like the safest energy, right? Safe, grounded, I'm not moving, because I'm comfortable. I know I've been doing this for a long time, so I know what it entails. So it feels like with the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles here in reverse, it's like, should I take this risk, or should I just stick to whatever that I know? Stick to whatever I've been doing, but doesn't make me really feel good about it. Again, there's something that is lacking. Hence, you may have been considering, or will be considering within 24 hours, whether you want to take this new leap of faith or not. Okay. And I'm also hearing it's not as bad as what you think. It's not as bad as what you think. And the Emperor in reverse also can indicate, you know, letting go of control for once. Letting go of control for once. And the Fool also reminds me of que sera sera, whatever will be, will be. Unless you have a lot of fire in your chart, most of you wouldn't want that. Like, for example, I have a friend, he's from another country, I can't remember where, but he told me he only had like $200 in his pocket, and he decided to fly all the way to Malaysia with $200 in his pocket and with no intention to return, and just to travel in Asia. And then next thing you know, he said he got an offer because he met somebody and somebody offered him a job. Now he works for one of the biggest airline companies in Malaysia, like as a software programmer or something like that. don't remember exactly the detail, but yeah, he finally got a stable job. And it's a job that he loves because, you know, he wasn't happy with where he was at before. So for some of you, it could be just that. I mean, it's an example, right? Taking risks, and whatever will be. Believe that there will be opportunities being presented to you when you put yourself out there. So I think he has been living in Malaysia for like 10 years now. And he still is keeping the job. But it took him like a few months. It was also by chance, right, that he met this person. He talked to this person, then the next thing you know, he was offered this job or an interview, which eventually he got a job from the interview, right? Let's just see a little bit more signs. I'm curious. See, the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands is supposed to be someone very courageous, someone very driven, someone very ambitious. But with her being reversed, there's some insecurities in regards to making these changes. And Three of Wands here is in reverse, fearful of turning your back on something that you've known before, something again that you have been comfortable with. It could be the same type of job or same type of environment. And we've got the Hangman here. So the Hangman here is a reverse. Spirit's definitely saying to see things in a different perspective. Some of you maybe you're just ready to get out of this Hangman mode where you've been stagnant for a while and still, you know, mulling over whatever that's happening to you right now or in the past. We've got the Page of Cups here in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you, I feel like you have put in a lot of time, effort into a situation or work or a person where in the end you're not getting what you deserve, okay? It's just not fair. There's a situation you could be feeling like, it's just not fair. I've put in so much work and now I see that perhaps I need to make these changes so I can feel free, so I can feel happier, because there's a sun right here in the Fool card. There's a hesitance here, right, with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is you, doesn't matter he or she, not gender specific. Hesitance, look at the horse. The horse just, again, standing still and not making one step forward. Some of you maybe just afraid to take again this new leap of faith, take these risks, take these chances. So I think this has been going on for a while for a lot of you earth signs, but I'm also sensing, look at the Hermit here in reverse, to get out of your hermit mode, isolation. Some of us, we may feel as though we could just be isolating ourselves, thinking that that's all we know, but actually there's still more for you to find out, because the Fool is, again, is the number 0 in the entire deck, and there are 78 cards. So the Fool goes through all of the journey and through all the rest of the 78 cards, right? And along that journey, the Fool will discover a lot of things. Good, bad, and by the time he or she reaches the world is when that chapter closes and a new chapter begins. And then we're going to start as the Fool all over again and go through that same experience, not exactly the same, but different experiences until we meet the world card again, and that's when another chapter ends. Yeah. So I definitely see that it's basically saying it's time to take some risks, okay? It's time to think out of the box. It's time to think differently from what you've always been thinking or things that you've always believed. I want to pull out a few of these romance angels, just see what else. Look, free yourself. I just saw 1414. Check out your angel number if you want to. just go ahead and Google it. There could be some other important messages for you over there. See, free yourself, which is related to the Fool. Spirit says free yourself from a situation, from a person, or from a job, from a business, whatever it could be, wherever you're at right now. Free yourself from it, because it obviously is making you feeling very miserable. There's true love, there's deception. For some of you, it's freeing yourself from a deceptive person, but the deception also can indicate that some of us, we could be deceiving ourselves, thinking we can't do something new, thinking we can't take the risks, thinking that we don't have the ability to do it, but actually we can. If you love what you do, and if you're open to exploring new possibilities, and just be consistent, disciplined, and also with a positive attitude, I think you will be able to make these changes, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, healing family issues. For some of you could just be going through healing, recovery from this disappointment, right? Healing can also mean change. When we heal ourselves, that means we are leaving something behind that has hurt us, okay? Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, this is your reading. I hope you resonated in some way, shape, or form. If you did, please hit like, share, and subscribe. I'm open for personal readings. If you'd like to book me, my information is in the description box below. Feel free to subscribe to my other channel. It's called Chelsea Vlogs. It's my travel channel. And for those of you who like to be notified every time when I post your videos and every time when I go live, don't forget to hit on the bell notification button. Take care, Earth signs. Bye.